if we're starting a new one, then we should just be like, all right, back to Judy's truck, right?
Yeah.
All right. Back to back to Judy's. All right, we're with Judy's truck again. I'm doing the wiring inside. I'm not going to show you the process because a lot of it is me running around back and forth with diagrams and all other trash. So right now, I'm going to show you I have the AC figured out. It's not pretty yet. This is what I had to do to get it figured out. But I'm going to show you that it'll work. In here, I was able to use pretty much all of the OEM wiring for it, for the switches and everything like that. The only thing I had to do was add a few things. So this big blue wire goes to the blower motor resistor, so on and so forth with that. And it also gives power to like the AC switch and a couple other things. So this one I just utilized with the Painless harness heater power. So that goes over there. Everything works with how that is. I have Judy's OEM AC switch. Right now it's clicked on. I'll have it off for right now. The fan switch we needed on here because the AC won't turn on unless the fans are moving for the system. That's how it's set up. And then essentially that blue wire has the power from the Painless harness for the heater power. This green wire with a red tracer here, it needed a 10-volt source. So I didn't really have a 10-volt source to steal from the fuse box, but we're not using cruise control in this. So I stole the cruise control power wire. Doesn't matter what it goes to, it's just power. So the cruise control power wire is now powering the AC system, which essentially gives power to the relay once the relay clicks over. So this is the relay here. These are the wires that go to the switch. This wire is for like when the headlights are on and the switch lights up at night. So I don't have that plugged in right now because we don't need it. And then this wire here is the AC wire. So this wire goes to the actual ECU and it tells the ECU when the AC system is on. At first I thought it was a 12-volt source, but it's actually a ground wire, so it has to be at the end. So now when you turn it on, fan on, you click the AC button, it goes through everything, goes to the relay, clicks the relay over. The power from this wire is now going through the relay all the way over to the pressure switch, which I have jumped because we don't have a pressure switch or an AC system at the moment. And then as soon as this goes through here, it comes back into the wire that goes to the ECU. The ECU sees that we have commanded it on and all of the pre-checks beforehand are set. And now the ECU will click the relay and send voltage to the actual compressor. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get in here. I'm gonna show you this side of it. It does have to be running for the compressor to be going. So we'll turn it on real quick. Okay, fan on. And then we're going to click the AC button, right? Normally it should, and I think it will, the idle will jump up because it's commanding the AC on. So it's hard to see, but that little light, I don't know if you can tell that, but it turns on right now. So, and you can hear the idle changing. So here, I'll turn it on. Okay, so now, yeah, there's the idle changing. Now, if we go up front, I'm going to show you that we have power going to the wire that goes to the compressor, and the AC will work as long as we have all the lines in now, and this tells us that there's pressure. All right, so now we're just going to have our voltmeter here, and once you see battery voltage there, that means that this wire that goes into the back of the compressor has power and it just wants to turn it on. There we go. A little bit of a long explanation, but it took me like an hour and a half to figure all that out. So that'd be a really boring video, other than just me explaining how it works. Now we're onto the radio. I have this in now. Fun thing. Where is it? Yeah. So radio's working now. Where is it? It does wonderful static right now. And then we all know the AC works. I did all the wiring, so everything's now behind the dash. Only thing I gotta do is route this through the firewall. And then another thing that I did was I actually wired in the dimmer switch. So now the lights for lighting up the dash at night light up. But yeah, now I'm gonna take everything out of here because this has turned into kind of a shit show. And we're gonna put it all on the table. That way I can sort through everything and we can start putting the plastic together, clean up the carpet. And then, I don't know if we ever showed you guys the seats, but we'll be able to put the seats in.
Nope, they haven't seen those yet.
No, you guys haven't seen the seats? Wait till you get to see the seats. Oh, hey, didn't see you there. So let's go check out the interior because we got that all together. I'm gonna say it looks really good. Steve did a wonderful job cleaning up. Of course, it's still not done because we don't have the gauge cluster and whatnot. Or the seats, which we will go over to the seats right now. And I'm gonna show you what, essentially it was Fred and Judy that came up with how the seats are going to look because I'm not that kind of person. So they'd have just been black and whatever was cheap, but glad they did it and not me. These are Judy's new seats. I think they'll fit really good with the color of the truck and everything in there. They've all been completely redone, so all the foam is brand new and everything. They feel great. We're going to put them in once I'm 100% sure I'm done rolling around in the interior, which I think we're really close because the dash I can do with the seats in the car. So the place that did this for us is in Tucson and it's called Dave Damitz. D-A-M-T-Z or I-T-Z. Yeah, Dave Damitz. He's a wonderful guy. He's really good at what he does. He is not the cheapest, but we don't want the cheapest. So the gas tank issue, the gas coming out while we went on the test drive with Judy, I think, so I followed whatever lines that they had going to it before with the old swap. And there's a line, which I'm guessing it has something to do with the carbureted engine and whatnot, that it comes in the top and they had it going to the fuel filter. And so I used that line that went further forward off the fuel filter, but it comes down, it goes into a tube into the gas tank, goes completely across, and then goes back up out a tube and never goes into the gas tank ever. It's just literally a tube that goes through the gas tank. I'm guessing it might have something to do with vapor lock or whatever they did with it. So I just kind of threw that line away and we're not using those ports at all because they don't matter. And I hooked it up where the return line just goes to the actual return next to the pump. So we shouldn't have any more leaks on there. I checked the gaskets and everything. Everything looked great, which is weird because I don't know when the last time they were done, but I'm happy with that. And now I'm messing with getting the condenser and everything set up. That way I know what we have to do with the AC. And at least from what I can see right now, I might only need to have one line made, which would be amazing, but we'll see. So this is, I have the condenser mounted. I did kind of alter it a tiny bit from what it was before because they had it put in with self-tappers. This is the one line, which granted, it does have a manifold, so it's technically two lines, but it's the one line that comes off of here. So this is going to have to go to the compressor, and then it's going to come from the evaporator back there. But the one that goes from the condenser to the evaporator is this line. And that one goes right in, comes all the way over here. Here's the receiver dryer. And this is that little switch that I had to jump to get the AC to work. And then it comes down, and then it loops around, and it goes into the condenser. So, yeah, that'd be great if that, I mean, it should work. So the only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get a new receiver dryer for this when we're ready to actually put it in and charge it, because that's got to be bad now. Because it picks up moisture from the air, and it's been open this whole time. So it's definitely got enough moisture to be bad. And then this line, I have to figure out the manifold or flanges that have to go into the compressor here. It might be a manifold, it might be two different pieces, we'll see. And then I need those ends. And then I have this end, and I have the other end that goes over there. And that's the AC lines ran. I just have to, you know, run hoses and go to someone who has this tool to crimp these things on, and we're golden, because I don't feel like cutting and welding this stuff. It'll just be nicer if we have someone else do it, so. We have kind of decided, I think we're going to go with just regular gauges for now. We're still going to be working on the nice dash for her because she deserves it. But because it's causing so many problems, and of course she doesn't want to have to touch any buttons on it or any other stuff, which I wouldn't either. I'm not a computer nerd, so I'm not okay with that. Turn key on, everything worked. That's all I want. And so until we have that with the little dash thing that we got for her, I'm just going to go get some gauges. They're still going to look nice and everything. I'm going to make a new little cluster for the gauges, wire those up, and then once we get the AC stuff taken care of, the front end goes on, we can do a real test drive. There's not much left, so we're kind of in the home stretch. I'm happy about this because she deserves this truck back.